Dear students, I welcome you again in this second session of the hands-on practical exercise on the chapter file handling. In the previous session, we have dealt with the text files, and I hope that you have gone through all those programs and you have tried those programs on your computer or mobile, and you are able to perform all those operations that have been discussed without the help of the file that was provided to you. And if it is so, then it is very good. And if you have to take the help of that file in which the programs were made by me and the file was provided to you, if you used it, then it is okay. Then you would require more practice of those programs in the assignment section that will be given to you. Try to run those programs on your own and you will be able to develop the skills of file handling. Okay, so the more program you make, the more skillful you become in programming. Okay, so now we move towards binary files, and in binary files, as we have discussed, that we will be using the module called pickle, and the pickle module has two functions. One is dump and one is load. Dump is to write the contents and load is to read the contents. Okay, so let us look at the first program in which we will be creating a binary file with some data that will be provided by us. So the extension of binary file will be .dat, as the extension of text file was .txt, and the file mode will be appended with the character B. If you are using W, then it will be WB. If you used R, it will be RB, and if you use A, then it will be AB. Clear? So let's start. So the first program is to create a binary file with some data. Now the first line is to import that pickle module. It is very simple, that because you will be using its functions dump and load, and after that you will be opening that file that you want to create in write mode. If the file is not existing, it will be created, and if it is existing, it will be overwritten. So you are opening this student.dat in writing mode in binary, and you are using this with statement to open the file. So you will be writing with open, name of the file, followed by the access mode as the file object. Okay, so this is a block. So after this line, this file will be opened in write mode. We have created an empty list, and we have added a name, a class, and a percentage in that empty data. Please note that class is a keyword, CLASS. That's why we have just changed the spelling of class to store the class. Okay, you cannot use CLASS as a keyword, as a variable name, because it is a keyword. Now we have used append function of list to add these names, class, and percentage to this data, and simply we have used the dump method, pickle.dump, because it is a function of pickle module. So we will write pickle.dump. What thing is to be written is data, and where it is to be written, it is through this file object. So this data will be transferred through this file object to the file student.dat, and the file will be created. Okay, so that's how you create a binary file. Okay, let us see the next program, that is appending a data in a binary file. Appending means adding the data at the end of the file. Similarly, no change, just this AB, WB is changed with AB, because, and we have used plus mode so that we can read that file also. So what we have done is, we have imported this pickle module, opened the file in AB plus mode, just an empty data object. We have given the name, class, and percentage, added it in the list, and appended that list to the pickle module through the dump function of pickle module. So pickle.dump data and the file handler. Now this file is added, this record is added at the end of the file. So we have to see the entire content. So we use a function seek of this file that moves this file at the byte number 0. That means the beginning of the file. So it is an additional function used to view the file. So what we will do is we will move our file pointer to the beginning of the file using this function, and then we will print the data. Okay. So that's how you print the contents of the file after the record is appended. So here both the function, that is dump and load, are used in a single program. Okay. So these programs can be asked. You can ask to create a binary file or to append a binary file, and after that you will be asked to read a binary file, and many questions can be there. So all these questions have been discussed here. So these programs will make you clear the approach and the functioning of the pickle module. Okay. So when you see the contents of the file, this student file, which is data file, that is binary file, we will check the contents, we will open it in a notepad, and you can see that it is not in a human readable format, it is in a machine readable format. Some data can be written, can be read by you, okay, but the remaining is not readable. Okay, so this is a machine readable format, .dat file. So this is the program to append the data. Now we will be just reading the entire contents. So what we have done is we have imported pickle, created an empty object, then with statement is used to open the file in read mode, RB, read the binary file, that is read mode in binary. Then we have used this exception approach, that we will read the data one by one record, then second record, then third record, and we will print the data, and when we reach the end of the file we will just break out of the loop. So this exception is executed when we reach the end of file and we terminate our program. Okay, so this is how we read the binary file. The difference is just B. Okay, and the two functions load and dump. What the pickle module does, it reads and writes the data in the form of a sequence object, a large object. It can be a tuple, it can be a list, it can be a dictionary. Okay, so that dump function creates it into a byte stream and writes it into the file. Then load statement reads the data from the binary file in binary format and packs it back into its original structure. Okay, so this is the use of dump and load. Now we move to advanced operations on file. The first operation is to search the data in a binary file. That means you have all the data stored. If this is the question given in your program exam, that means you have already have that entire data in a file and you have to search some record. Okay, please do not create those records again, because you have to just focus on searching. The file will be given to you, that is to be supposed by you. Okay, so import pickle, you have asked the name of the student for which you have to search the data. So you have used the input function, you have get the name, you will open the student.dat in read mode, because all these functions will be executed, that we have you have to read it, that's why these are opened in RB mode. Then you, after opening the file, you read all the records using this pickle.load. The data is loaded one by one. If the data that you have written, and you know the first value of that data was the name, the second was the class, the third was the percentage, you must know the structure. Okay, the structure will be given to you in the question. So in the previous questions we have used the structure that contains a list having name, class and percentage. So the first element was the name. So we have checked if the first element of the data is equal to the name that has to be searched, we will print that record has been found, and the entire record will be printed, and we will break out of the loop. And if we do not find any record that is searched, then we will be printing that no such record found, and we will be breaking out. Okay. So you know the advantage of this with statement, that you do not have to close the file. That's why we have not written any closing function of that file handle. Okay. So this is the advantage of using with statement. So that's how you search. First you read the file record by record, and then you check each record for that particular name that is to be searched. If you found it, then print it and then break. Otherwise you can print no record found. This break statement can be skipped also, because there is no need of writing this break, because this line will be reached only when we reach the end of the file. Okay, we just this break. Now next program, you see we have discussed all the possible operations on the file. Okay, so opening, closing, reading, writing, appending, searching, modification, deletion. So these were the operations. So all the operations have been discussed here. So we have searched the data. Now we will write the program to update the data. Update the data means first you have to search. If you found it, then you should change the data. So what you will do is, you will open the file in read mode. You will try to read those records, and what you will do is, you will create a structure that is an empty list, and in that list you will store all the data of the file. Okay, so this you have used new data.append the data. So all the data of the file will be added into a list called new data. Now you search for the name that you want to update. Okay, so if the record is there, that you search here for, if record 0, try to understand the approach. First we are doing is, we are copying all the records of the file to a temporary list, all the records. Then we will be changing the whatever things we want to change in that particular list, and then we will upload that list using dump function back to the file. That's how we update the file. Okay, this is the approach of updating a file. What we do is, first copy all the contents of the file in a temporary list, change whatever changes you want to make in that particular temporary list, and then when you are finished, then write that temporary list back onto the file, and that's how you update your binary file. Okay, similarly we are checking the record. If the record matches, you will print the record, and you will ask for the new values. You will ask for the new name, new class, new percentage, append it. The previous data will be popped, and the new data will be written. And after the new data is written, you will write that new data was the temporary list containing all the records. What you will do is, you will use the with function, with statement again, to write the records in this new data one by one to the file student.dat using pickle.dump. So that's how your file will be updated. Okay, are you clear with the approach? First you have downloaded and stored all the data in this list called new data. Then you searched for that record in this new data, and if it is found, you are asking for the new values. Then the new values are, the old value is popped from the temporary list, the new value is inserted in its position in the place of this previous value, and after that, that temporary file, that is the temporary list is written on the file record by record. Okay, so if you see the entire program, you will understand how it works. Okay, this is the approach that you should follow to update a data file in binary mode. So if you are not finding any record, you will print no such record found, and you can print the entire contents of the file. Okay, so try to focus on this section. Here we are trying to first search it for the name. If the record is found, you can go forward, otherwise you will just come out, okay, and print no such record found. So if you found the record, try to get the new values from the user, okay, and append them and remove the previous object that was containing incorrect values. Then the record having correct values is inserted in the place of previous one, and now you have your data modified in that temporary list, and then you will write the data in the temporary list using this for loop to the file with the help of dump statement. Okay, so the file will be containing the updated records. Okay, so the last one is to delete. The same approach. What we will do is, we will copy all the contents in a temporary folder. This is the approach. Append it. Then we will search the student name that is to be deleted. Okay, then you count the number of records on which record you are. Okay, suppose there are 40 student records. Then you will check which record is to be deleted or which record is to be updated. So that is the use of this I. Okay, it will be initiated with -1 and it will be incremented each time you search a record. Okay, so when you find the record, you click record found and then you pop that particular record from the temporary list, and after you have deleted the record, just write the contents of that temporary list onto the file using dump function. So very simple approach is there. You have to first copy all the contents in a temporary list, change whatever contents you want to change in that particular temporary list, then one by one the records will be dumped in the file. Okay, so this is the approach you use in updation and deletion. Am I clear? Okay, you might find this approach a bit difficult working with binary files in the beginning, but the more you practice the approach of this binary file and the use of this dump and load will be clear to you, and you will be able to do any question. And after going through all these functions, all these programs that we have discussed, you can then try to attempt the questions that will be given to you in the assignment section. Please keep in mind that you can do these programs with the help of functions also. The only thing you have to do is, you have to put all the contents except that import command in that function body and just put a call to the function in the main statement. If you are still finding it difficult to work with binary files, try to run these programs on your own one by one, okay, and try to see each and every line of it, and you will be able to find out what is the process being followed here. And very simple programs, if you are understanding the concept of dump and load, it will be very easy for you to understand how these programs work. Okay, so start from the easy program and then move towards tough programs like deletion and updation. First try to write, then read, then search, then you will be able to cope up with the approach of this binary file. Okay, don't panic and just be calm and try to run the program one by one. Take a deep breath and try to understand each and every line of it. Try to run first the writing program, then reading, then searching, then updation, then deletion. Okay, because the deletion program, if you just try it in the beginning, it will be very difficult for you to understand. First, try to understand the working of dump and load by writing many records on the file and then reading them back. Try to write and read in the same program. First, try to create a program for writing separately, then reading separately, then create a program that reads and writes and reads in the same program using WB plus or RB plus. Okay, then you will be comfortable with the approach of dump and load, and then you should go forward for searching, then updating, and then deletion. Okay, so that's all with about this binary files. Now we will move towards CSV files. Okay, so in CSV files you are just bothered with reading and writing of the CSV file as per your curriculum specified by CBSE. So we have three programs here. One program is to write a single record. Second program is to write multiple records on the CSV file, and the third is to read that file. Okay, you can create a CSV file externally also. What you can do is you can open a notepad, write the comma separated value and save it with the .csv extension, or you can open Excel and you can write the values in each column, each cell, and then you can save it with .csv extension, or it will be given there. That extension of CSV will be there when you save it. You can choose it and save that file, and you can read it through the Python program. But what we have done is we have created a file on our own, then we have read the same file. So this is a program, first program. Let us focus on the first program where we have to write just one record. Okay, here we have to import this CSV module, okay, to work with CSV files, comma separated values. Now we open this student.csv in write mode. Okay, don't write WB in this, just use the text file mode W. First we will create it. So if the student.csv file is not created, this will create it. Otherwise, if the file is existing, its contents will be overwritten. Okay, now you have created the file object. Now you are having a data. I have just given a name, class and roll number in this list. Then you have to create a writer object that will write with the CSV file. So this is a writer object. I have named it my writer is equal to csv.writer. So first you have to create a writer object using writer method. How you create it? You just put the name of the file handler and the name of the delimiter you have used. Yeah, you are using. Okay, so CSV files are by default separated by comma. You can change this sign here also. You can change this comma to colon, semicolon, okay, or at the rate, hash, dollar sign. You can change the delimiter, but by default this delimiter is comma. So if you do not give this value, then it will be treated as comma only. Okay, so you can skip this delimiter argument also. So first thing that we have read in our theoretical section, you create, so first open the file, then you create a writer object using writer function. When you have created that writer object, then using the write row method, we have the function write row with the writer object, and then we provide the data. Then this data will be written in the CSV file. Okay, please see the process. First you have to open import the CSV module, then you open the file in write mode, then you get the data from the user, or you can just provide it by yourself. Then you create a writer object for CSV, and then using that writer object you write the particular data using this function write row. Okay, now this is the function for writing a single record. But if you have to write more than one records, Okay, for in the next example we have a data that is having 2 records, okay, for 2 students. Now the only change is the function changes to write rows. The previous function was write row. Now we will be using a function called write rows. So this will write the data row by row in the CSV file. Okay, so just see the change of the function. And the third program is to read the CSV file. It's very easy. Just import the CSV file, open the file in read mode, create a reader handle using reader function csv.reader. In the previous questions it was csv.writer. Here it is csv.reader. Which file you want to read? Provide the name of file object. What delimiter you have used? Provide the name of delimiter. If you have used comma, then you should not provide it. You can omit this argument also. Okay, and if you are using any other delimiter, you can give here in the place of comma, you can give colon, semicolon, or whatever delimiter you have used in your file. Okay, then the file will be read. That file will be read and it will be stored in MyReader. So you can just use this for loop for x in MyReader, print x, and then all the records will be printed. Okay, so that's how you work with a CSV file. So if we try to execute this first program of writing one record in the CSV file, we will save it and we will run it. Nothing will be displayed on screen because the file is being created and you will not get any errors. Now the file has been created. Let us see the contents of the file. This is the file. It is created and we will see the contents have been written. You can see the contents have been written in separate cells. Okay, so what we do is we just make it a comment and then we try to read it using the last program of reading it. Save it and run it. It will print the contents of the file. So that's how you will work with CSV file. So you have mainly 2 functions that are given in your curriculum, that is write row and this reader function. Okay, so I am just revising it. There are 2 functions, one for reading and one for writing. So what you do is you import the CSV module, open the file in whichever mode you want, get the data ready. If you are writing it, create a writer object and then use write row method. If you are reading it, create a reader object and then you can search or you can print the data that is being read by the reader from the CSV file. Okay, so these are the 3 basic programs that can be asked in your examination related to CSV file. So the most important are the text file, then binary files, and then CSV file. So there are only 2 basic operations that are given in your curriculum, is reading and writing a particular record, and these programs will be enough for you and you can be asked to read or write a particular CSV file using Python programming. Okay, so I think I am able to make you clear all these 3 types of file handling in the theoretical as well as this practical session. If you have any query, you can write to me in the comment section and I will try to answer to your queries. And the advice that I want to give to you is that first go through the theoretical section, try to understand the concepts, and then come back to these programming sessions. Try to run these programs on your desktops or on your mobile phones using Android PyDroid 3 application. And if you are finding it difficult, then you can download the files that we are working on right now. All these 3 files will be provided to you in the description section. You can download it and then work on it. And after you are done with all these practical session and you are confident that you can make programs, then you should go for the assignment section. That assignment section will be having theoretical as well as practical questions, and try to solve those practical and assignment questions on your own, and try to run those programs on the computer or mobile and check your answers by yourself, and then you will be able to check your learning. If you are if you the answers are incorrect, again come back to the theoretical and practical session, try to find out where the things are going wrong, and you will be able to make any programs in this file handling section. So this file handling is very, if you understand it, is very easy. If you do not understand it, it becomes very difficult. Okay, because I have seen in my career of around 10 years that mostly the students skip this part of file handling. They just uh, do not attempt that section of file handling. Okay, many of them, because they have some doubts in the beginning when we discussed file handling, and they never asked about the doubts, or they never practiced those questions in by themselves. So that's how that doubt remains in their mind, and they find it difficult to attempt these file handling questions. And what the most important, most amazing part with this file handling is you, if suppose you are reading this file handling now, and you will find it very easy to make programs in coming 2-3 days. And if you just uh, after some time, if you do not revise this file handling, and after a few months if you are given a program to write using file handling, you will find it very difficult to make that program. So this file handling requires a lot of revision again and again. Okay, and it will help you in uh, getting your foundation of Python very strong. And I hope that you all perform very well in the examinations, and any question given to you based on this file handling, uh, after this session you will be able to solve all of them. Okay, so my only request is to go through all these 4 video lessons as per your grasping speed, and after practice a lot of questions on your computer or mobile, then only you should go for the assignment section. And after completing that assignment section successfully, you will be a great programmer on this file handling. Okay, so all the best to you, and I hope that I am able to clear all your doubts about this, and we will be meeting in the next video lesson.